You swore to us you wouldn't tell.
Huh? I came here to save you, Ulrich! And what's this Chinese girl doing here, huh?
I am Japanese.
Yumi's got a bad attitude, and for all the right reasons. She's in love, or something. And there ain't enough room in this town for both of these oversized foreheads. Something's gotta give. The love triangle between Yumi, Sissy, and Ulrich spans for millennia. Almost 100 episodes.
I'm ready to do whatever you want. Anything?
Between fighting demons in Lyoko and the succubus IRL, Ulrich has his work cut out for him. He don't like Sissy. I'm getting that out the way right now. But the love triangle is about more than that. It's about how he navigates her advances while also developing feelings for Yumi. And let's just say he's not the best multitasker.
You got knocked the f out.
I'm dropping back-to-back Lyoko videos. No one's gonna stop me. Like the vid, let's go.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Yo, Yumi's navel is up to Ulrich's nipple. No, did he? Anyway, one excruciatingly annoying piece to this puzzle that we might as well get out of the way right now, and the real reason this is even a love triangle to begin with, is the young lady who goes by the name of Sissy.
It's my moment of triumph.
No, it's your moment of silence. Sissy is a self-centered, she's full of herself, and sometimes you gotta put her in her place, and that's what Yumi was doing. She's this compulsive asshat type of character that only maybe William can compete at this level of asshattery.
No one has ever humiliated me like that before. What'd you do it for?
Because it's fun.
The reason Yumi had to put her in her place is because she made what looks like a small, grown woman. Look at her little posture. She made this mini news reporter cry.
Don't forget you have to have a date, and I don't know anyone who'd want to go with a jerk like you.
A jerk. This precious thing to Sissy is a jerk. Jerks don't even come in this proportion. That's how I know you're lying. Do not let her ditzy aesthetic fool you. She's a shapeshifter, okay? A skinwalker. Truly one of Satan's greatest soldiers.
One of Satan's greatest soldiers!
I'm too old for you. And, well, you see, I promised to go with Yumi.
You see? What did I tell you? But don't worry, Millie. I'm sure you'll find a boy for the sandbox dance. Meanwhile, why don't you go play with your dolls?
You see, Sissy is so low, so bottom of the barrel, that anyone who even poses a remote threat to her potential relationship with Ulrich, or even try to become friends with Ulrich, she will see to it that their lives are completely ruined, and she ain't afraid to use her privileges as the principal's daughter, her along with the PSYOP gang. These other two, frankly, Giga Chads, basically like dogmen. They got that dog in them.
I wonder why I don't just slug you.
Fear, maybe?
Both of them want Sissy badly, and outside of that, I don't know much about them. Except it's been confirmed, this freaky bastard's been to that island.
Know some niggas that went to that island. Why the fuck would you go to that island? Know some niggas that went to that island.
But the woman that'll pose the biggest threat to Sissy's diabolical plan of trapping Ulrich in a relationship with her, where eventually she'll harvest all of his organs and put them in a drawer on her mantle, is our forehead queen Yumi. And I can't help it, just a quick measurement of the foreheads, comparing the two. Obviously, Yumi far and away has the superior dome.
My dear Ulrich, when will you understand that I am the girl for you? What do you see in this string bean anyway?
He sees big forehead energy. Sissy's sole purpose is to drive a wedge between Yumi and Ulrich, and it effectively works if we're being outcome-based. I mean, when you think about it, throughout the whole series, they never really make it official, and a lot of their setbacks stem from Sissy.
Your friends really stick to you like glue, huh?
Not half as much as you do, Sissy.
I'd like to talk to you, Ulrich. Could we have lunch together? I mean, just us two?
Sorry, Yumi's waiting for me.
Yumi, always Yumi, it's time he dumped her.
For instance, in this elevator-centric episode, she stalks her way into following the both of them into the lab, and like the swindling opportunist he is, Xana swoops in and drops them potentially 20 to 30 feet to the ground in an attempt to kill them, gravity style.
What was that?
Luckily, they didn't die or get flattened into circular discs. However, Ulrich did break his arm, so Yumi's gotta jump into action and save the two of them, because obviously Sissy's completely useless.
What's that noise?
Nothing.
Don't move. Wait. There. Okay.
Thank you. You know, you're a real good nurse.
Ah, I'm not just somebody who sticks to you like glue, huh?
Nah, not glue. You're sort of like a booger. But during the episode, as the elevator slowly fills with water, the mood changes. You can see Ulrich and Sissy start to become closer and closer in that intermediate time where Yumi is away from them. Sissy's doing the wedge thing. She's driving the wedge, okay? She's the wedge. She's a big fat wedge. And she's using that to her advantage.
And to think I dreamed of being alone with you for such a long time, but this isn't what I had in mind at all.
I swear, if we get out of here alive, I'll be nicer to you in the future, Sissy.
They had better hurry up, otherwise we'll drown before you have a chance to be nicer to me.
Ulrich is constantly finding himself teetering on the point of liking Sissy, but it feels like every time she's about to start liking him, it's always during this like fugue state or very anomalous occurrence. Drowning in a steel container might sound torturous to you, but it's a team building experience for Sissy. Seriously, when you're put into a life and death situation with people, even if you don't like them, you'll find a way to make it amicable and have a working relationship, at least until after y'all survive. And by the way, even if they fake patch things up, Return to the Past often makes it so that Sissy doesn't remember, and it would cause this cycle to continue.
Hey, what kind of no good are you creeps up to now?
None of your business.
Well, with that kind of answer, now I'm sure you're up to no good.
Sissy seems to have this kooky American Psycho style approach to life in kind of a sad way. She's convinced that she can blackmail Ulrich into liking her, barges into his room, steals his diary, and threatens to tell everyone his dirty little 14-year-old secrets.
Hey, that's blackmail. Why do you expect me to give in to that?
First of all, because it's hard to say no to a pretty girl like me. And second of all, I'm not going to give you any choice.
Then Ulrich alerts the squad about this development. They say no more, and Yumi barges into Sissy's room, searching for the diary, and inadvertently ends up finding Sissy's diary instead. And in a perfect turn of events, Yumi's blackmailing Sissy right back. They're going blackmail for blackmail. They're going diary for diary. It's 2005, so everyone has a diary.
Dipstick Jim today. What an idiot he looks like in that sweaty gym suit of his.
Okay, what do you want?
Tell me where you've got Ulrich's diary hidden. And hurry up, or all your nasty little secrets will be on page 1 of the school paper.
Okay.
Sissy immediately folds and reveals the location of Ulrich's diary. Moral of the story is, if you get blackmailed, I think you gotta fight back for more blackmail. Every time she does something to try to get closer to Ulrich, it backfires on her, and actually him and Yumi start to get closer as a result. Sissy breached Ulrich's trust and violated his privacy and personal space, and Yumi went out of her way to return his belongings, and that's why he rocks with her so heavy.
Here, I didn't read it. I swear, Ulrich.
I'll tell you about it one day, Yumi.
I really like that.
Eventually, Ulrich becomes inundated in Sissy's diabolical schemes to the point where he starts to implement. He takes a few pages out of her book and starts to play into the bartering strategy for his attention in order to get what he wants out of her. And it's so ironic because she's thinking they're getting closer when Ulrich is only doing this for the purpose of saving Yumi. He's almost always faking it with Sissy, and he obviously has actual feelings for Yumi. The social engineering part of Sissy's plans fall flat when they're contingent upon these sophomoric, almost slapstick level shenanigans, like stealing the diary, like stalking them and following them all the way to the lab. I'd argue she has more successful outings when she's basing this manipulative type of behavior on actual events and characters. That's when all hell breaks loose. For example, when Ulrich starts talking to Emily, Sissy puts her 2 cents in, clearly trying to psych Yumi out, trying to trick her out of her spot.
Quite a romance going on there. 2 months already, that's not bad.
What?
Oh, I thought you knew. Doesn't Ulrich tell you everything? I mean, you two are so close. I've decided to give up on him. There's no hope. I'll have to do my best to forget him. And if I were you, I would do the same.
By the way, this is none of Sissy's business. She has absolutely nothing to do with why he suddenly is interested in Emily. She didn't put that part of the plan in motion, but she does bring that information to Yumi at a time where she's super vulnerable about where their relationship even is.
I'm Ulrich's girlfriend. I'm his good friend.
We'll take your word for it, Yumi. In Yumi's head, she's trying to ignore it. She's trying to disregard what she's saying, but it's already too far gone. And at this point, the little seed she planted will go on to blossom into a potentially relationship-ending argument later on. For now, all she knows is Ulrich has been hanging out with this broad for hours.
Don't make a big deal out of it.
Who says that I am?
And almost involuntarily, upon the first excuse all day to speak with Ulrich in person, his phone's on D&D, She turns into Sonic the goddamn Hedgehog, okay? She's out of here.
Ulrich has shut off his cell phone.
Yeah, he's much too busy with Emily. Hang on, I'll go and get him.
Damn. You can tell by her demeanor that this is not just a regular Lyoko run. This is not a Xana. This is not a Xana just launched an attack type of run. This is that I gotta go get my man kind of run.
Hey, Ulrich!
Huh?
Come here for a second.
Hello, Yumi. I'll be right back, okay? Cool it, huh, Yumi?
Okay, I'll cool it.
First, tell me what's going on with you and Emily.
Nothing's going on. I like her. We get along really well. I don't understand the problem. Unless that bothers you.
Unless that bothers you. You see, this reveals another huge crack in the relationship between Ulrich and Yumi. It often centers around largely just lack of communication, just a refusal to communicate your emotions, which is not uncommon to the experience of being a teenager. But this is where Ulrich decides to go completely off script and tries to shove it in Yumi's face, actually, that he's talking to Emily. Granted, Yumi's coming in guns blazing and operating on false information sponsored by Sissi's ice cream scoop head ass.
What do I really mean to you? And be honest, huh?
Me be honest. You and Emily have been together for 2 months without a word, and you tell me to be honest.
Where did you get that idea? Emily and I are not
dating, but deep down, this is the reaction that Ulrich wants. Generally, that's what I think. Why does he cut off his phone? Unless he was asking for this type of attention from Yumi. Look at his smug little face. He doesn't like Emily, okay? He doesn't like Emily as much as he likes Yumi, so he's using Emily in order to gauge whether or not he can get a reaction out of Yumi, since he hasn't gotten what he wants out of her, whatever the f that is. Between her so-called mixed signals and his attitude and Sissi's constant meddling, it's so frustrating to ship these fools. Ulumi stonks are a wild ride, but you know how the show goes. Will they, won't they? Most likely they won't, okay? Because Sissi is on the prowl, spreading misinformation. They haven't been together for 2 months. They haven't even been talking for 2 days. Fake news, okay? This is why she didn't like the reporter in the beginning, because Sissi is fake news.
Ciao.
Ooh. Yeah, right, ciao.
Let it out, loved one. When I first saw this episode, I dead thought that Xana possessed Emily, and that's why she was acting like, you know, all frisky. I don't know. I still, to this day, I'm unsure if Xana was actually controlling her or if that was just Emily being herself. Like, I can't believe how they played in Yumi's face like that. I refuse to believe it.
I'm also fed up with what's happening to Yumi and me. Once in a while, I get the feeling that she doesn't really like me. That she doesn't have any feelings for me.
I would argue not only does Xana learn from and observe these interactions and arguments, but he implements them into his strategy in the future. And to think this all started with Ulrich being an insecure drama queen, the whole Emily saga was just another sad, pathetic attempt at attention seeking. This love triangle is a vehicle for pure chaos, and Xana's in the front seat, revving the engine, chucking beer cans out the window, flipping everybody off, and he's got more bodies in the trunk than you can count, one of which is William. In all the episodes you just saw, the chaos, the scheming, the plotting, Sissi was the benefactor of nothing. Even when she makes slight progress with Ulrich, it just gets erased with Return to the Past. This is low-key my favorite maneuver, when they gaslight Sissi into thinking they're some sort of mind-reading time travelers.
2 months is a pretty long time, but Sissy was here to keep me company.
Thanks.
Bunch of creeps.
Xana has the opportunity to work through people like William, people like Sissi, and it's because they have a natural adversarial relationship with the Lyoko crew. But it's not always obvious what will work for or against them, as these aren't just chess pieces, these are actual people with emotions. I love this show because the characters are allowed to be flawed and messy, and among all the action-packed moments, there's always a healthy portion of character development, some sort of sentimental interaction between Ulrich and Yumi that nudges the relationship forward, hopefully, even though sometimes it can feel like 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Say what you want about the pacing of the story and the will they, won't they. It's a bit sloppy, to be fair, but it almost plays into this theme of the unpredictable nature of teenage emotions. I guess that's one way to look at it. There's a lot more behind the curtain in this Yumi and Ulrich situation, but obviously that's a video for another time. Let me know what I should cover in the future, Lyoko wise, anything wise. Looking forward to your reactions, comment wise. If you made it this far, you might as well go all the way and subscribe if you haven't already. For now, this has been Adrenaline Flux, and until next time, what's this Chinese girl doing here?
I came here to save you, Ulrich, And what's this Chinese girl doing here, huh?
I am Japanese!